The mere existence of LEGO Fortnite sets in 2024 may be one of the biggest and best surprises for many LEGO fans this entire decade. And while I haven't played Fortnite in a few years myself, I'm still very intrigued by what LEGO has brought out in this very first wave of LEGO Fortnite sets. Now, the LEGO Fortnite Creator Relations team sent me all 4 of these sets for free, so a huge thank you to them, and I figured I would do an all-in-one wave review to kind of see what LEGO's starting out with when it comes to LEGO Fortnite. The Durr is kind of surprising to me, but I think it's also really great that LEGO's willing to make a set this cheap. 193 pieces, it sells for $15, and I feel like it's got one fatal flaw. More about what they didn't include. They definitely should have included a Beef Boss minifigure alongside this, and probably increase the price by $5 to $20. I just think more people are interested if you get the minifig in there, and considering that only one set of the 4 has figures, you could have had a pretty easy slam dunk here. But everything else about it on the box looks good. Now when it comes to the finished beef burger build, it's a very nice small build. It's also very colorful. The eyes look really fun, the tongue sticking out is really cool and fun. There's no features or functions to it. Technically the top part of the head does move oh so slightly, but it's not like it twists and turns or does anything. I think this is a nice little desk piece that people can appreciate. It's the easiest little gift to get for a kid for Christmas that likes Fortnite, and so I think this one is going to sell very well just by virtue of being on the very cheap end of LEGO Fortnite sets. It's also just very good. Outside of not having a Beef Boss minifig, 9 out of 10. I think not having a figure, yeah, it does hurt it, but also having a figure would increase the price by $5, and maybe some people would just rather have a $15 Durr burger. The Llama here has 691 pieces and costs just $40, and it's another one when you just hold up the box and look at what you're getting and the piece count and the price, it just feels like it's worth the money again. The finished build to me is both big and small, which is not a really great way to describe it, but it's big from the sense that this set is only $40, and this is a pretty sizable buildable character. But at the same time, when LEGO usually does a lot of these buildable characters with something like Star Wars, they go a lot larger, and so I'm not used to such a small buildable character build. In a lot of cases, they'll make a set like this $100 and go twice the size, and so just seeing it scaled down here is interesting. I think the color and texture on this thing is like literally perfect. You've got a couple different shades of purple, you've also got a couple different shades of blue mixed in. It's actually got printed eyes, which look really nice. That little black dot there is printed, and then there's actually sticker detail for everything else. And the side sticker, the tan doesn't match the tan. That's been a problem with LEGO stickers lately. That does not look good, but the other stickers look all right to me. The tail has a nice flow to it. The feet actually can move a little bit, so you can actually have the legs stick out slightly, and then it's actually got a little bit of play feature to it. You've got the head that you kind of lift back. You can open up the mouth where the teeth actually look very cool there. Now the main play feature, of course, has to do more with the name of the set in the supply llama, or loot llama as many people like myself would call it, and you can actually get the loot out of the llama. It's pretty crazy for as small as this is that they were able to pack in so much loot on the inside. So there's actually these little pieces on either side of the llama here, and when you pull them down, the loot comes flowing out. You've got a grapple gun, some shield, and various other items included inside. Now to reload your supply llama here, you just open the top piece, make sure your hinge at the bottom is closed so your loot doesn't fly right back out, and then you can begin to load it back in through the top super easily. So while this set is absolutely nothing like I would have imagined a LEGO Fortnite set to be, it might actually be the perfect LEGO Fortnite set. I mean, it hits everything. It's got great play features, and it looks beautiful for display. So you're gonna hit all age groups with a set like this, and for $40, it feels like a very fair value. It's a 9.9 out of 10. This set's wonderful. It's an absolute must buy in my opinion for any big LEGO Fortnite fans, and it's just like so close to flawless. Now of the 4 release wave sets, only one of them got minifigs, and that of course is the Battle Bus. It's the one that had to have minifigs, frankly, given that it's gonna be in figure scale and play with figures, and the main feature of a Battle Bus would be having the figures jump out of the bus. You kind of have to have it. It's not a bunch of slouch minifigs either, which is incredible. So $100 for all that on its face, again, just feels like a spectacular deal when you look across the street at what LEGO is offering for some other themes. Now with 9 minifigs in this one, there's quite a lot to discuss. We'll start out with Trespasser, Elite, Cube Assassin, and Raven. They all kind of stylistically match to me. Love the purple and black and pink color scheme to all of these. And specifically with Raven, you've got a very interesting new modified hood piece. All of them, of course, have accessories, and they're great looking characters. With our next trio, we have Meowscles, Drift, and the Bright Bomber. I have reviewed the Battle Bus on its own. I, at this point, haven't reviewed all the other sets individually on my channel, but a lot of people commented that the Bright Bomber actually really should have had a dual molded piece for her glasses and hair and stuff, and so I think that would have been been something that maybe could have been an upgrade on that figure, and if anything is a knock against any of those figures that you see in front of you here, that would probably be it. And then we have my 3 favorites in the set with Tfue, Adventure Peely, and the Cuddle Team Leader. Of course, Adventure Peely and the Cuddle Team Leader getting completely new molds for them. They look amazing. So those are all 9 minifigs included in the set. They're obviously going to be a big draw for a lot of you guys to go out and buy the Battle Bus, as if the Battle Bus wasn't enough of a draw on its own. It's a great case though, because the minifigs are going to need a place to go, and that's where the Battle Bus comes in. So the entire top of the Battle Bus comes off, balloon and all, and that gives you very easy access to the interior, where you're actually going to find 9 green seats that are going to allow you to sit all 9 of the minifigs in the set. Now, while there are a couple of small details for the bus driver, the rest of the interior definitely feels a bit bare bones. It's absolutely livened up by putting all of the minifigs on the inside, but yeah, it's basically a bunch of seats for your figures, which at the same time is really all it needed to be. You've got 3 doors, 1 on either side and 1 at the rear, so you can have your minifigs enter into the bus and jump out of the bus in that way, so that's pretty cool that they've added in that level of detail. Now, when it comes to the look and accuracy of the bus, the biggest problem in my opinion is the balloon color. It's just completely off. It's not correct. I mean, the colors are correct, but the pattern on it really isn't. And so that to me is the biggest downside of this Battle Bus, and honestly might be the only bad thing about any of the builds in this entire wave of Fortnite sets. And at that, I think this is one of those cases where there's a very fair excuse from LEGO as to why the pattern on the balloon is wrong, and that's because that's just not how their LEGO balloon system works. The rest of the bus looks great in my opinion, and not to mention, I don't know if I should call it an Easter egg or just a simple detail, but underneath the hood of the Battle Bus, they've also got the engine detail in there, which, you know, they just went the extra mile for a lot of things on this LEGO Fortnite Battle Bus set. So I think for $100, the build, and we got the 9 minifigures here, it's a no-brainer to me. This Battle Bus is the ultimate LEGO Fortnite set. It's the best play set for LEGO Fortnite that they have made, because it's basically, in my opinion, the only true play set that they've made. But at the same time, of course, this is going to be a great display piece to throw on your shelf if you're an older fan. So you can't go wrong, no matter what, buying the set for yourself or for another LEGO Fortnite fan of any age. This one would have to end up somewhere in like the 9.5 out of 10 range for my rating. Next up, we've got Peelybone, and I thought this set was $140. I'll explain exactly why in just a second, but it's actually only $100 with 1,414 pieces. Here's the LEGO C-3PO that just came out a couple months ago, and it has 1,138 pieces, and it costs $140. And there are some obvious differences in the build and the color of the parts, and hey, maybe this gold LEGO color just costs LEGO 40% more or something. So I'll show you this build next to this build, and it's pretty evident that the Peelybone for $100 feels like an absolute steal in comparison to the $140 C-3PO. It's just absurd. So here's the Peelybone build, and like I said, I haven't played Fortnite in a few years, and so I never played as or owned the skin for Peelybone, so I don't have much of a connection to it. But the character, having said that, looks amazing. Like, even with no connection to it, just looking at it, it's a actually very intriguing display piece. It's something I wouldn't have expected them to make. I think I would have expected them to make the full-on banana Peely without having the half-and-half look, but the half-and-half look almost just makes it a better display, but then again, that's going to come down to personal preference. Frankly, that's something where you could actually buy a second one or buy the parts for the half that's yellow and just build another yellow half again. So it's actually somewhat a solvable issue for more money, of course. You got to buy more LEGO from LEGO, but the build itself looks incredible. It's got a lot of printed parts, actually. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that I can count off the top of my head. And then the Nana piece on the back is a sticker, although having it be a sticker, I think makes the blue look a lot better on the yellow. The detail for Peely, I mean, just like the minifig, they've even got like the actual banana on the inside. It's peeling away. You've got the arm that's holding a very, very large, looks like condiment blaster to me. And then on the other side with the skeleton arm, he's got the banana on a stick, which looks great. And the biggest downside probably being that there's no Peelybone minifigure included. And maybe that points to the future of LEGO Fortnite including a CMF line, which I think would make a ton of sense, and you would get that figure in that CMF line, but I also at the same time think he just should have been included in this set. The arms are posable. The condiment blaster arm is a bit heavy, so if you shake it around, it will fall down. Of course, the pose for Peelybone is kind of set in stone, kind of pun intended, because he's standing on a very large stone there, and then he's actually got a printed display plaque at the very front that says LEGO LEGO Fortnite Peelybone, and he's actually got a very large black base. It's super big. Now, it's not entirely apples to apples, but I think they're a great example to show the size of the build compared to Star Wars, which is another licensed theme, and just how much value for money it feels like LEGO Fortnite is providing. So Peelybone, again, with 1,414 pieces, $100. C-3PO, I think, is the best comparison, just given the size and stature of the builds, is $140 with 1,138 pieces. And you can just see Peelybone, in basically every way, is a larger build. It's a better looking build, and better might be a bit subjective here, but like C-3PO has so many different colors of gold on him versus Peelybone, it's just yellow is yellow. And not to mention, Peelybone uses, what, 10 printed elements, and I think C-3PO has 1, 2, 3 that I can count off the top of my head there. I'm pretty sure there aren't any more. Maybe the display plaque is going to be a 4th printed element, so 10 printed elements versus 4 printed elements in a, again, $40 more expensive set with 200 less pieces. It's just kind of crazy to look at it side by side and see how LEGO Star Wars might just be ripping people off, or LEGO Fortnite might be like a gift from LEGO God. It's pretty clear to me that LEGO has really tried to put their best foot forward when it comes to these LEGO Fortnite sets, and they're really trying to make a good impression on people. And they're also providing a stupid good value compared to a lot of other LEGO themes for what you're getting in a lot of these sets. And I think for any LEGO Fortnite fan to go out and want to buy all 4 of these just immediately, it wouldn't surprise me that a lot of people would want to do that. Altogether, all of these sets cost $255. And I was just doing some mental math, like thinking, what would this cost if it was Star Wars? What would that cost if it was Star Wars? So I was like, if these sets were Star Wars, they would probably all together cost about $100 more. And to me, I'm like, man, that's just crazy how great of a job they've done creating like an affordable lineup of LEGO Fortnite sets to just introduce everyone to it. Anyway, I'm curious what you guys expect to see out of LEGO Fortnite in the future. If you guys want to purchase any of these sets, I'll have my affiliate link in the description below. And again, thank you to the LEGO Fortnite Creator Relations team for sending me these sets to make this video with. So that is it. If you guys enjoyed, hit the like button. You can check out more LEGO content on the end screen now.